sitting at the Tafawa Balewa Square Annex in Igbosere has sentenced a Dr. Ejike Orji of Excel Medical Center in Ikoyi to a 1-year jail term for endangering the life of his patient through his negligent and reckless act. He was also found guilty of criminal breach of duty to the 17-year-old SomtochukwuEzi-Ashi when he performed an orthopaedic procedure on him. He was not guilty of causing grievous bodily harm and for lawfully inflicting severe wound on his left toe as well as concealing it.
The 65-year-old consultant general and pediatric surgeon was initially arraigned in 2019 with his wife, Ikoyi, who is also a medical doctor and pediatric neurologist. But the court discharged and acquitted Dr. Ikoyi in 2020 after the Lagos State government applied to discontinue the charges against her. This prompted Dr. Ejike's rearraignment in February 2022 on 6 counts of the alleged offences. He was accused of fixing a plaster of Paris, POP, cast too tight on Somtochukwu's leg at his clinic in July 2018 after the patient sustained an injury while playing basketball. The procedure, it was argued, was to have been done by an orthopaedic specialist, but was said to have been recklessly administered on the minor from his upper thigh to his toes. The defense had argued that the case was an emergency which required urgent attention and that the cast was applied on the left leg in a bid to protect it and to prevent further danger. But the court, in her judgment, found that the actions of the defendant in asking the police officer and coach who brought in the patient to pull Somtochukwu's leg so he could massage it was reckless, as they were not medical personnel. The defendant was also found to have erred when he performed the cast before the patient had done an X-ray to ascertain the extent of the injury and what treatment would be required. The POP was also done too tight, prompting the patient to complain of excruciating pain afterwards, which wasn't immediately removed. It was also found that the procedure was done without the required written and informed consent of the minor's mother. And since then, the patient, who is now 21 years old, has had 12 surgeries and 135 stitches on his left leg and is still currently receiving treatment in the United States. After the conviction, Defense Counsel Ajibola Ariba, who is also a respectable member of society, but the Director of Public Prosecutions told the court to exercise the full weight of the law by imposing the maximum 2-year jail term for each of the offences, adding that it would deter others as the victim is permanently disabled as a result of the misconduct. And so, Justice Akintoye imposed a 1-year term for each of the 4 counts and ordered that the jail terms run concurrently.
Next.